Okay, fight fans and fight fiends, welcome back to Fight Week Rundown. I, of course, am Manny Montreal or Manny MTL. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So, this week I'm going to keep it short and sweet for you guys. Real simple. Big fight going down in Quebec City, Stevenson versus Shahosky. This will redeem the light heavyweight division in my eyes. A lot of people are upset since Jean-Pascal pissed in everyone's cornflakes. I will say this, same as this card, do yourselves a favor. If you're actually going to the fight, pour mes amis au Québec, if you're going, for God's sakes, go to the undercard. You won't be let down if the main event's shit show like the Pascal card was. Because had you gone to the undercard of the Pascal card, you would have noticed that the fights were actually pretty good. It's just Pascal that made the night garbage. So, this being said, this weekend we've got a great light heavyweight affair between Stevenson and Shahosky. And basically I want to bring up a couple things from the undercard. First off, Andre Darrell's coming to Quebec City. The guy's a phenomenal fighter. He's going to be fighting right in front of you. So take advantage of watch this guy work. He is a master of his craft. That being said, local phenom Kevin Bezier is also on the undercard. That being said, making his debut here in Montreal, recent signee to the Groupe Yvon Michel, Castillo Clayton. If you don't know anything about him, remember I'm the one that told you, Castillo Clayton. I've looked into him, looking for big things from this guy, anxious to see him fight. That being said, I want to bring up Arthur Berdebiev. Now, a lot of people, don't believe the hype. I've seen the guy spar and train and stuff, and yeah, he's got the stuff. Now, the fact that he beat Kovalev in the amateurs isn't that much of a big deal. I spent a lot of time watching amateur fights, and I know what goes down there isn't always reality. So, I will say this. If we put aside the fact that he apparently already beat Kovalev, the guy he's fighting this weekend is a young man by the name of Jeff Page Jr. The guy's 15-0 with 10 KOs. That's not a softball. They're handing him a severely tough fight. So Berdebiev better put up or show up. And I have a good feeling about this guy. Based on what I've seen, I really think he's going to pull out a hell of a fight. Just one more thing I want to mention. For the people that are saying, oh, Stevenson's going to have an easy night. No, Shahosky's a tough fighter. The kid's 22-2, and one of his losses is to Jürgen Bremer. Now, if you know who Jürgen Bremer is, that guy's a top 3 fighter, and soon to be, in my opinion, going to be either fighting Pascal, Adonis, or Kovalev. There's no option for him. He's in that spot. So, the only guy this Shahosky guy's really lost to is Jürgen Bremer. So basically, I think that Stevenson's basically testing the waters, seeing as how Kovalev might be busy with Pascal. I think Jürgen Bremer might be Stevenson's next opponent. Now, I don't want to talk too much about the future because I do believe that's jinxing things. Shahosky's definitely a tough fight. However, I do intend on Adonis Stevenson pulling out a big victory. So, now that I've mentioned everything about the light heavyweight division in those fights, I want to highlight a couple fighters that are fighting this week. First off, Desmond Green. The kid fights out of TriStar Gyms in Montreal. I think he's a native from the States. The kid just fights phenomenally. I got to watch him basically because I was looking forward to a Mike Ricci fight, and Ricci got hurt, so he was the sub fight, and well, there you go. Now I'm a fan. Well, that being said, also another guy I'm a big fan of, another TriStar dude, Mitch Gagnon, Ontario's own. The guy is an id. There is a real Rubik's Cube of problems this guy can give. And basically, he's fighting Barao in Brazil this weekend, which is just a crazy prospect of a fight. He's going to have to deal with the crowd and the people and basically a top 10 opponent. And the number 1 opponent, basically. So now Mitch Gagnon's really put himself in the test of the fire. So, that being said, Shaquille Finn's fighting in West Virginia at the Wheeling Island Casino. I'm going to be looking into that. Check out my other shows. You'll know why I'm mentioning them. Last but not least, I also want to just let you guys know, check out my other shows. Fight Week Roundup, and Manny's Thoughts. You can find me on thefightcity.com. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week.